Of course, there are limitations. E-ink actually has no color compared to LCD and some other technologies, and a rather low refresh rate, which of course means that no video is available. Now, all of these are early technology hurdles that are starting to be dealt with as the technology matures. Now, there actually is an alternative to e-ink or LCD. The reason we waited off is because it actually is still based on LCD. Pixel Key actually has come up with a technology that uses a mirror-like substance behind each of the pixel on a regular LCD screen. Now, what this allows is ambient light to actually bounce off of that, and you don't actually need a backlight. Well, since there's no backlight, it's drastically a less power drain. Now, what this does cause is a no color. It's black and white, just like e-ink. However, it does let you do video like LCD. So it's kind of a best of both worlds.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Alexander, and I'm here to talk to you about the effects of e-readers on the print industry. First, I'm going to talk to you about the market for e-readers. Who's adopting e-readers and e-books? A study by Springer in 2008 indicated that 78% of respondents in the study were using e-readers for the sole purpose of research and academic purposes. In contrast, a recent study by LEK Consulting in 2009, including 2,000 households, found that the people who use e-readers are not just really into books and digital content. They are truly voracious media consumers overall. Rather, this suggests that these consumers enjoy content from a variety of media sources, digital and print. In addition, media consumption in 2010 seems to be more recreational. In contrast, 2008 and 2007, many people were accessing e-media for academic purposes. Also, to give you an idea of what portion of the market e-readers comprise, I'm going to give you some figures telling you what percentage of e-reader sales are in comparison to total book sales. In 2006 and 2007, they were 0.5%. This grew to 0.9% in 2008 and 1.5% in 2009. In addition, this is expected to grow to 2.5% in 2010, 3.6% in 2011, and 4.8% discuss is DRM, or Digital Rights Management, and striking a balance between security, usability, and accessibility. DRM is basically the access granted and limitations placed on digital content by copyright holders. There's too much variability between e-readers, making it extremely difficult to create a general platform for DRM in order to best protect against piracy. The problem with this is that DRM variability between publishers does not allow all devices or e-readers to use content that they publish. In addition, those with print disabilities need access to special user interfaces that read the digital content text aloud. Most reader software works with many of the unprotected e-books, and they don't work as well with protected e-books, so this is a huge issue for DRM. Alright, next I'm going to talk about what groups are being disintermediated. First, I'm going to talk about the effects on print. The Book Industry Study Group found that nearly 20% of people had stopped purchasing print books within the past year in favor of purchasing the digital edition. Also, 36% indicated that they would not have otherwise read the titles had they been print. LEK Consulting found that ebook readers reported that their overall consumption in the last year of newspapers went up 59%, of books went up 48%, and of magazines went up 44%. Therefore, they are increasing their overall amount of magazines they consume, whether it be print or digital. In some ways, this is disintermediating the print industry, but in other ways, it's a great opportunity for publishers and newspapers alike to penetrate a market that otherwise would not be able to be reached if media were left in. What are the effects on publishers? The Association of American Publishers declared that their ebook sales figures for January 2009 to October 2009 reached 130.7 million compared to 46.6 million in the same period during 2008. This represents a 180.7% revenue increase. Although this is nothing compared to the overall book publishing market size. The Book Industry Study Group pegged revenues at 40.32 billion in 2008. Code 2010 says the cost of perfecting the digital ease of view for publishers could be 8 to 20% of the cost of digital production. On the other hand, printing and associated production costs tied to print media represent 15 to 20% of the publisher's total cost. Indeed, digital content is purchased at a much cheaper price, but the cost of production.
So, what does the future look like for e-readers and print media? Well, we're going to go out on a limb and make a fearless prediction. Basically, print media is going to eventually die off, but not anytime soon. As the older generations who are not used to technology move on and their children and grandchildren come along who are more used to electronic mediums, we've kind of believed that print media is just going to eventually die away, and e-readers and their type are going to take over for that type of market. Is it going to happen anytime soon, or even in our generation? Probably not. Even Princeton did a study with bringing in the Kindle as an alternative to books, and they deemed it a dismal failure. So it's not going to happen now, but as the technology matures and some of these hurdles are overcome, it's going to happen.